Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I have some exciting news, for the most part, regarding Dragon Quest XI. Now, the latest entry in the long-running RPG series that's far more popular in Japan than it is over here in the West was released in Japan last year for the PlayStation 4 and 3DS. It has been confirmed that Dragon Quest XI will be releasing on September 4th, 2018 here in the West. Now, it's going to be releasing for the PlayStation 4 and for the PC. Now, we have a few details about the PS4 and PC versions, things that are going to be different about those versions. However, you may notice that I didn't mention a 3DS version. Now, the 3DS version of Dragon Quest XI was pretty much almost like its own standalone game. It was the same story, but the gameplay and the sprites that were in that game, as well as some of the content itself that was exclusive to the 3DS, it was almost like a completely different game while still being Dragon Quest. Well, it's been confirmed that, at least at the current moment, 3DS version is not planned to come to the West. Now, this is disappointing for a handful of reasons. One, there are plenty of people out here in the West that have 3DSs. Of the mobile platforms that people use, 3DS has remained one of the most popular ones, especially for those people who are fans of the more mobile RPGs that regularly make their way onto that console. I guess with the Switch coming out, they're instead prioritizing trying to get the Switch version ready, which will be releasing sometime beyond 2018 in both Japan and North America. I guess for me, the more disappointing thing is the endgame content. Now, in the 3DS version, there is a lot more post-game content that wasn't available in the Japanese PS4 version. Now, I'm a huge fan of post-game content when it comes to RPGs, so for me, that's a pretty disappointing thing. Will they maybe add that into the PS4 and PC version at some point? They'd have to completely remake it from the ground up to work with that version of the game. I don't want to say no, but let me just say I'm not optimistic that they would go so far as to do that, especially for the Western release, or really at any point for Dragon Quest XI. Maybe with the Switch release, who knows? But on top of that, we do have some other things that have been confirmed as features for Dragon Quest XI, specifically Echoes of an Elusive Age. Oh, September 4th. It feels so far, but I know it's quite soon. So there will be an English voiceover for the Western version. There's also going to be a new mode called the Draconian Quest, which is a hard mode of the game that offers additional challenges for more experienced players. Now, additional challenges can not necessarily meaning those new dungeons that I mentioned in the 3DS version, just a harder game, I'd imagine. Overhauled menus and UI, graphical enhancements, more intuitive navigation, camera mode allows players to take in views of the beautiful landscape, character renders, and ferocious monsters in detail, and a new dash function and many other system enhancements such as improved character and camera movement. Basically, it'll be better than it was when it launched over in Japan. At least I'd imagine they'd also be updating the Japanese version when we get Echoes of an Elusive Age here in the West. Beginning today, those who pre-order the title from PlayStation Store will receive an exclusive The Legend Reborn PlayStation 4 theme along with in-game DLC items. They'll also sell an exclusive edition of the PS4 version. Expect more details at a later date. Now, they did give us some trailers, the opening movie, The Journey Begins, a first look at the Western version, but I mean, I'm excited. I'm someone who's always kind of admired Dragon Quest from afar. The only one I've realistically played was Dragon Quest VIII. And I'll be honest, it was because it came with the Final Fantasy XII demo, and I really just wanted the demo. But I still ended up playing through, I believe, almost all of Dragon Quest VIII back when I got it on the PlayStation 2. So I've always wanted to dabble in the franchise since then, and I just never have. So I plan on going just full in on Dragon Quest XI when it launches later this year. So if I find out anything else that I can share with you guys here on the channel, I will definitely be sure to do that. I'd also like to say, I did say this at the top of the video, but I'm using Nova Chrysalis's website, their article for this. It doesn't make mention of the 3DS changes. I found that information on IGN and GameSpot, but for the sake of this video, I'm using their webpage, their article, so be sure to go to the description of the video and click on them, give them the traffic, give them whatever metrics, likes, comments, whatever it is. Make sure to give that over to them as well, since they're the ones who produce the original content that I'm reporting on here. But anyway, I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Little disappointed, but mostly excited. And that's it. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take care.